can go. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Nia dealt here with some news. Before we begin today's broadcast, we'd like to make a brief statement. For the past several weeks, 7th Nebula Studios News has been unable to air portions of our coverage surrounding the 2026 World Cup. Due to contractual obligations, much of what you're about to see could not be released until now, with heavy censorship. That agreement has officially come to an end. Today, for the first time, we're able to present our complete coverage exactly as it was recorded. Some events may seem unusual, some may seem impossible. We simply ask that you watch through the conclusion of match day 1 before drawing any conclusions. By then you'll understand without further delay. Let's go back to where it all began. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. As preparations continue for the 2026 World Cup tournament, officials have scheduled a special announcement regarding what they're calling one of the most significant developments in international football history. Around 8 years ago, organizers confirmed the tournament's expansion to 48 nations, bringing it with a record 104 matches played across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Today's announcement is expected to outline an additional initiative designed to broaden participation on the world's biggest football stage. For more, we now take you live to tournament headquarters, where a FIFA spokesman is set to address members of the international media. We'll take you live to... Wait, is that?
Thank you. I'll insert name here. The FIFA official spokesman for something groundbreaking. It's truly an honor to stand before you today. I'd first like to thank everyone here at FIFA for believing in me. The pay is incredible. I have dental now, and they even let me expense my lunch. Needless to say, I'm in love with this company. Sorry. Continue with business. As you know, this year, we introduced the largest expansion in the tournament's history with 48 teams, 104 matches hosted across 3 countries and across 16 cities. Today, we're proud to announce that we are partnering with 7th Nebula Studios, 7th Nebula Studios News, and Channel 22, where everything will be exclusively streaming all 6 games of our first ever inclusive rule. Beginning this 2026 tournament, one additional group will be created every 4 years with 4 countries or territories that haven't competed or rarely compete on the world's biggest stage. These countries or territories will be selected completely at random and given the opportunity to compete alongside the world's greats. This year, they will compete like groups A through L. And I am proud to introduce you Group M. This year's selections are Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Antarctica. Starting today, each of these great countries and continent will compete in Group M under the exact same rules as every other group. They will be playing in exciting cities: Bismarck, North Dakota, Aberdeen, South Dakota, and Valentine, Nebraska. These rules stay exactly the same. The top 2 teams will automatically advance. The remaining qualification spot will be determined through the tournament's updated third place qualification system. We believe this rule promotes opportunity, fairness, global inclusion, and absolutely will not create unforeseen consequences. We at FIFA are excited to watch this group become a permanent part of future World Cups. We hope each team plays to the best of their abilities, and who knows, one might shock the world by not only beating the best, but possibly becoming the best. Keep an eye out for Antarctica. I saw their practice and they look amazing. Thank you, and let the games begin. You got a small ass podium. Mike's no stand.
I'm sorry. sorry, did they just say Valentine, Nebraska? FIFA has announced 3 additional host cities: Bismarck, North Dakota, Aberdeen, South Dakota, and Valentine, Nebraska. I understand expanding the tournament, but I'm genuinely trying to figure out how those cities made the list. Bismarck and Aberdeen? I guess that makes sense. Valentine has a population small enough that FIFA may have just doubled it with staff alone. We'll continue following this story as confused supporters begin searching for flights and hotel reservations they never imagined they'd have to book. Does Valentine even have an airport or hotels? I'm Nia Doubt. Thanks for watching 7th Nebula Studios News. Have a great night. Welcome to 7th Nebula Studios News. I'm Nia Doubt. Earlier today, we proudly covered the world's newest World Cup group, Group M. 4 teams, 3 action-packed match days, 2 automatic qualification spots with a possible 3rd. Let's send it to Melissa Day for more.
Thank you. I'm Melissa Day with 7th Nebula Studio News. Group M officially kicked off earlier today in Valentine, Nebraska, with one of the Caribbean's oldest rivalries, Puerto Rico versus the Dominican Republic. The atmosphere inside the stadium was incredible, with supporters from both nations creating one of the loudest crowds of supporters in tournament history. Puerto Rico wasted little time controlling the ball. After middle time, forward Juan Ricardo Sanchez, number 47, opened the scoring to give Puerto Rico an early 1-0 lead in the 64th minute. The celebrations lasted nearly 10 minutes. Then, in the 73rd minute, Juan Ricardo Diaz, number 74, doubled Puerto Rico's advantage, putting the Boricuas firmly in control. The Dominican Republic refused to quit. Deep into added time, the Dominican Republic finally broke through to make it 2-1 in the 3rd minute into added time. And that's when everything changed. Immediately following the goal, Juan Ricardo Sanchez charged toward the referee after disagreeing with the decision. Things escalated quickly. According to witnesses and unfortunately multiple camera angles, Sanchez allegedly produced a machete before teammates pulled him away from the official. After a brief discussion with the assistant referees, the referees made football history. He showed Sanchez 2 red cards. Not 1, 2. Rules experts have spent the last several hours searching for an explanation, and they have not found one. Puerto Rico held on to win 2-1. The second match took place in Aberdeen, South Dakota, which featured Jamaica taking on tournament newcomers Antarctica. Leon Bailey put Jamaica ahead in the 59th minute before adding a second goal late in the match in the 87th minute to secure a 2-0 victory. However, his second goal celebration became the bigger story. Bailey celebrated by lighting what officials described as definitely not an approved match accessory. The referee immediately issued Bailey a straight red card. Bailey appeared disappointed, although it's unclear whether it was because of the red card or because he wasn't allowed the celebration. After match day 1, Puerto Rico and Jamaica sit atop Group M with 3 points each. The Dominican Republic and Antarctica will look to rebound on match day 2. If today's action is any indication, Group M may become the most entertaining group in the entire FIFA world. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you. Coming up after the break, we'll look ahead to match day 2. What a way to begin Group M. Puerto Rico and Jamaica each opened their World Cup campaigns with victories, while the Dominican Republic and Antarctica will look to bounce back after tough opening matches. If today's action proved anything, it's that in Group M, absolutely anything can happen. Coming up next, match day 2, can Puerto Rico become the first team to punch its ticket to the knockout stage? Will the Dominican Republic keep its tournament hopes alive? Can Antarctica earn its first ever World Cup points? Good night from 7th Nebula Studio News. I'm Nia Doubt. Welcome to day 2 of our coverage with Group M. I'm Nia Dow. After match day 1 featured 2 red cards for the same player, a post-goal machete incident, and Jamaica's Leon Bailey being sent off for what officials described as an unauthorized celebration. Tournament organizers insisted security would be significantly increased. Apparently, they meant it. Let's head back to Melissa Day with the highlights for Group M.
Security in Bismarck, North Dakota was the biggest story before kickoff in Puerto Rico's Match Day 2 meeting with Antarctica. Tournament officials confirmed that 376 machetes were confiscated from fans attempting to enter the stadium. Officials also confirmed that that was 375 more than expected. Fortunately, the match itself was considerably calmer, for at least the first 11 minutes. Juan Ricardo Sanchez, somehow still playing despite multiple red cards, basically got undressed and started throwing his jersey, his shorts, and his cleats into the Antarctic section when the referee didn't blow the whistle at a call. Referees gave Sanchez another red card for hitting a fan with a cleat in the face. Some Antarctic fans apologized, while others left the stadium. Puerto Rico broke the deadlock when Carlos Rivera found the back of the net in the 55th minute, giving Puerto Rico a 1-0 lead. Rivera celebrated with an impressive leap toward the Puerto Rican supporters before being joined by Juan Ricardo Sanchez, who somehow managed to celebrate with even more enthusiasm than the one who had actually scored the goal. Puerto Rico added a second goal late in the 90th minute to defeat Antarctica 2-0, moving to 6 points and becoming the first team in Group M to officially qualify for the knockout stage. Valentine, Nebraska hosted the day's second match, featuring the Dominican Republic against Jamaica. Before kickoff, our television helicopters noticed something unusual. Despite nearly every seat inside the stadium being occupied, the stadium parking lots were almost completely empty. Meanwhile, every street within roughly 1 mile of the venue was overflowing with vehicles. Authorities reported widespread double parking, triple parking, and in some neighborhoods, even quadruple parking. Tow trucks simply gave up after noticing one Spanish-speaking man who called everybody primo had the car keys to the first 5 cars of each block. Once the match finally began, goalkeeper Miguel Castillo reminded everyone that he may have misunderstood which sport he was actually playing. After fielding the ball near his own goal, Castillo produced a baseball bat from the side of the net and launched the ball the entire length of the field. It landed straight into Jamaica's net in the 68th minute. After an extended review, the referee ruled the goal would count. While Castillo celebrated the goal, the referee also showed Castillo a yellow card for the bat incident. And within 5 seconds, a red card for calling him a mama waymo. Mama waymo, like a self-driving car. The Dominican Republic held on for a 1-0 victory, keeping their hopes of advancing alive into match day 3.
So, after 2 match days, Puerto Rico sits comfortably on top with 6 points. Jamaica and Dominican Republic remain in a battle for second. Antarctica is still searching for its first points, but continues to lead the tournament in good sportsmanship. They were even seen cleaning up the stadium like the Japanese supporters, and even hints of them cleaning the bathrooms. We'll see if that continues. Join us for match day 3, where Group M goes for gold. Welcome back to our final match day of Group M. Over the last few days, we've witnessed history and several things the history books will likely refuse to acknowledge. Today, 2 matches decide who joins Puerto Rico in the knockout stage and possibly a 3rd place team depending on today's outcome. Before we get to the action, security once again had a very busy day. We'll take you now to Melissa Day.
That's right, Nia. Officials here in Aberdeen, South Dakota, confirmed 816 additional machetes were confiscated before Puerto Rico's match against Jamaica. That brings the tournament total to 1,192 confiscated machetes in just 2 games. Authorities thanked the Puerto Rican fans for voluntarily surrendering them, while also asking why so many people brought them in the first place. Over at the Jamaica supporters' entrance, security confiscated approximately 100 pounds of marijuana. Officials also reported that homemade brownies had become the most popular snack around the stadium. No further comment was provided. Once the football finally began, Jamaica struck first. In just the 11th minute, Leon Bailey found the back of the net to give Jamaica an early 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, television cameras quickly shifted away from Bailey's celebration to Puerto Rico's Juan Ricardo Sanchez. Rather than preparing for the restart, Sanchez was shown a red card for spending the next several minutes yelling directly at Bailey, who are both still playing after getting a red card for their previous actions. Exactly what was said remains unknown. Lip-reading experts have respectfully declined to translate the footage. Puerto Rico finally answered in the 33rd minute when Carlos Rivera soared into the air to score the equalizer with a header from Juan Ricardo Sanchez from midfield. As Rivera celebrated with the supporters, Sanchez sprinted from midfield to congratulate him, this time in full uniform. After a few impressive blocks from each goalie, the match ended. Puerto Rico and Jamaica tied at 1 each. Puerto Rico officially finished atop Group M with 7 points. Meanwhile, over at the Dominican Republic and Antarctica game, located in the beautiful city of Valentine, Nebraska, the official stadium parking lots were once again almost completely empty. Antarctica supporters apparently all carpooled as much as they could. However, roads surrounding the stadium once again featured double-parked, triple-parked, and yes, even quadruple-parked vehicles stretching nearly a mile in every direction. Pre-match celebrations became so energetic that nearby seismic sensors briefly registered what scientists believed was a minor earthquake. Officials later confirmed it wasn't seismic activity at all. It was actually about 5 Dominican supporters with the bass turned all the way up, who took a page out of the Puerto Rican supporters' playbook and attempted to bring 238 baseball bats into the stadium. Several fans insisted that they were only bringing them in case Castillo needed a backup. Finally, Antarctica supporters arrived carrying handwritten thank you cards for stadium employees, police officers, concession workers, and even for opposing fans. Security deemed the unexpected kindness suspicious and notified local police. 15 Antarctica supporters were violently tackled, while Dominican supporters cheered. Another 137 Antarctica supporters were detained for questioning, completely missing the game. Officers later confirmed that every card simply read, "Thank you for everything you do and for being you." The 15 Antarctica supporters demanded that the officers accept their apology for coming off as suspicious. Now for the action that doesn't include the local police department. The final qualification spot came down to the Dominican Republic and Antarctica. Antarctica stunned everyone in the 39th minute after Dominican goalkeeper Miguel Castillo attempted to clear the ball away from the Dominican net, only to blast it directly into the face of Antarctica player Sven Snow, number 18, before watching it ricochet for what is recorded as a header. Antarctica had finally scored and led 1-0. Snow is officially credited with the goal, despite never appearing to know the ball was even coming. Castillo was asked politely by referees to stop laughing while medical checked on Snow, and then he was shown a red card after saying, quote,
"Diablo tigre, que golazo con la cara."
Castillo continued to laugh and never got off the field. Just before middle time,
You mean halftime? What?
Right, just before halftime.
This is the second time you call it the... Wait, are you just translating what the Spanish team is saying because you don't know what's going on?
Shut up, Nia. Okay, camera guy A. Let's restart there. Rodriguez leveled the match at 1-1. Castillo later attempted to retrieve another baseball bat from one of the fans, but the referee immediately stopped him. Apparently, one warning in the last game was just not enough. Then, deep into stoppage time, at 90 plus 5 minutes and 11 seconds, Rodriguez broke free. The shot beat the goalkeeper, and the Dominican Republic completed the comeback. Replay footage later revealed the Antarctica goalkeeper had become distracted by Puerto Rico's Juan Ricardo Sanchez, who was somehow standing in the field in full Puerto Rico uniform. Despite not being a part of this match, and despite being nearly 225 miles away just 2 hours earlier, he was somehow there. Tournament officials are still investigating exactly how he entered the stadium without a ticket or the proper credentials.
And with that, Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic officially advance as the top seeds from Group M and into the knockout round. Jamaica comfortably advances as the number 2 third place team just under DR Congo. Congratulations to the 3 nations on surviving what has undoubtedly been the most unforgettable group in what is probably tournament history. We'll continue following the journey as they chase football's biggest prize. Up next, the round of 32. Thank you for watching 7th Nebula Studios News. I'm Nia Doubt.
Got no AC in here, nothing. Small ass podium. Oh, good afternoon. My name is Insert Name here, the official spokesperson for FIFA. Thank you all for attending today's press conference. Before we begin, yes, I'm aware. No, I will not be taking any questions until the end, and no, we don't know who authorized them to still play. Over the past several days, we introduced what we believed was a groundbreaking initiative, the inclusive rule. The purpose of the rule was simple. Randomly selected nations would receive an opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. Unfortunately, the results did not meet expectations. The results actually did well below our lowest expectations in every genre, except for sales, where Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic sold out all of their merchandise. During the Group M competition, tournament security confiscated a total of 1,192 machetes, 238 baseball bats, and approximately 100 pounds of marijuana, and more brownies than our laboratories were willing to count. About 20 red cards were given out between 2 teams, 7 of which went to Juan Ricardo Sanchez from Team Puerto Rico. Sanchez also interfered with a match in which he was not participating, in which he stole the team bus after dropping off the team at their hotel. 2 of the red cards came simultaneously. Goalkeeper Castillo scored. Oh, it's impressive. Oh. He scored with a baseball bat. He also attempted to use another baseball bat in a later match. He unintentionally cleared the ball, giving an Antarctic player a severe concussion, causing Antarctica to finally score a goal in the tournament. The Dominican supporters' music produced vibrations initially classified as seismic activity from just 5 cars. We knew they were Dominican supporters because they had their flag on the hood and as an ornament on their rearview mirror, or their country's rum netting, I guess, on their gas tank cover. The Antarctica supporters had 15 people violently tackled and 137 detained after what officials called distributing handwritten thank you cards to almost all personnel involved directly and indirectly with the tournament, which investigators later confirmed were just genuinely wonderfully written thank you cards. They were very nice cards. We also experienced an unprecedented number of disciplinary hearings. Several officials requested to only officiate countries that know the rules. The referee that gave Sanchez the 2 red cards has entered early retirement 10 years early. 3 members of the disciplinary committee have... Our legal team has asked me to stop reading this list. Therefore, effective immediately, the inclusive rule has been permanently discontinued. Future participation in the FIFA World Cup will once again require qualification through traditional competition with no additional groups being added. This concludes today's press conference.
And that was Group M. What began as a historic opportunity for inclusion became one of the most chaotic chapters in tournament history. 3 Caribbean teams advanced. Antarctica tried to win the hearts of fans everywhere, but came off as an annoyance to most. And one man named Juan Ricardo Sanchez somehow became both a football star and an international incident. Since this footage aired, 7th Nebula Studios News has received no further comment from. Channel 22 has decided to continue airing our news broadcasts. An insert name here has reportedly updated his resume since he was fired from FIFA. Do I say FIFA? Oh.
Do you know an Antarctica supporter brought me my lost wallet to my hotel room personally? He even paid for my dinner and brought me an autographed photo from the Antarctica team. I love these people. I love them.
Ugh, I wouldn't want to be that guy.